Ibiza Lifestyle.tv.
1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1.
Stop! Turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. Turn it up. We're about to begin. Ibiza Lifestyle.tv. There's not a lot of female stories being told of business owners, proprietors, and movers and shakers that are doing it. You don't see them, you don't hear about them unless you dig, but they're out there and they're doing it, so we just have to show it.
And my former students, they all say, you're like, I'm their inspiration now, and they follow me to see, like, wow, Gretchen really did it. Hi, I'm Gretchen Harnick, and I run Pattern Plan. It's an online coaching service for fashion startups.
Okay. Rose?
Hi, I'm Rose from the Netherlands, and I have a small consultancy firm, and I help to create new ways of working in the more traditional companies. And also I run a magazine, like an inspirational storytelling magazine, sharing stories about how people live in the world and do it in a different way.
Wow. So first thing I want to start with is how these two ladies met, because obviously they've been friends since childhood. I think it was the 3rd grade. Oh, maybe not. In the tech world, that could be like 3 minutes ago, or 3 days ago, or 3 hours ago. Let's find out. How did you ladies meet?
I think it was 3 days ago.
24,
Yeah.
We met through the Facebook group from the DNX Global Conference, and you reacted on my
So you posted something about, hey, I'm coming to the conference. They asked us to introduce each other, and she said something about style. And because I have a fashion business, I was like, oh, style, what is this? And I checked out her blog, and I'm like, oh, she's cool. And
she got style.
And she's got style, exactly. And she had written a book, and so I just wrote and said, oh, let's get together.
Yeah, and then we did some, apps, and we met yesterday at the Beta House.
And I found you on WhatsApp right away. I'm like, she's going to be great.
Yeah.
She's so cool. She's going to be on WhatsApp, and so we connected.
Yeah, and we connect on, I think a little bit the way our lives went, but also on the challenges we have in our businesses right now. But also, yesterday we shared all these funny stories, like you only want to go to a cool concept store because you want to get a cool picture for Instagram. And we shared all these secrets yesterday.
We did.
And we really had to laugh about that,
Yeah.
It's really,
So we're like simpatico,
Well, let's start with some of the... Well, no, go ahead, finish.
Yeah, no. So now, she's going to work in The Hague, and I'm going to work in France. And
You see, so you're going to do a little bit of a collaboration.
Yeah, of course, why not?
You see,
Absolutely.
this is a lot of what happens when
And online,
we come
of course,
together for
because-
conferences.
Yeah.
Talk about some of those challenges, because a lot of times, no matter what it is people are doing, everyone hears the fluffy side of business. You talked about challenges and you shared those. What were some of the challenges that you two are facing in your businesses right now? We'll start with you, Gretchen, and we'll go.
What are some of the challenges I'm facing in my business? I think for me, like the reason why I came to DNX, to Digital Nomad, is I want to see the bigger vision. I get sometimes lost in the details of running the company, and I'm like, no, I want to know like where it's going to be in 1 year or 2 years, but also like what my impact to the fashion industry is going to be. I want to support people who are starting companies that are going to change the future of fashion. And so how does my company change the future of fashion? Through how I operate and how I message and what I take Instagram pictures of, and like what I need to express my own vision through that. So that's kind of what I'm looking for and what I've been taking notes on as I'm hearing all the speakers. Yeah.
And you, Rose?
Well, for me, I can start a website for every idea I have. So before you know it, you're thinking about 4 brands and 4 Facebook pages, and I got challenged today really a lot about, what's the core thing that you're really good at and you really like, and then actually you don't have to really think about it. It's just there. And the challenge is how to bring it back to the core and really find your why and connect with your clients and with nice people, from the thing that you are really the best at.
Wow, this is really important. Getting to focus on that one thing, where all your power is.
Yeah.
And the place where you're in the flow the most often.
Yeah.
And the thing that makes everybody smile when you do it.
Yeah.
That thing is like, if it's making people go, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
And also that you don't get stuck in your head, but just do it.
And I think one of the said something about like if you present your idea and everyone's like, yes, that's it, that's the $1 million. I can't wait to give you money.
I want to buy it.
I want to buy it, then that's what you run with. Because when I launched my company, I had it completely set up different. I had created it as a membership site, and I had all these classes on there, and I launched, and it was crickets. No one came around. And then as soon as I started saying, like, I'll do one-on-one, and we'll set up a 3-month program so that we can work together, and all of a sudden, like, they come running, you know? So you just have to be flexible and realize, I mean, it was literally like within a month when I went live, I'm like, yeah, this is not what my business should be. So as much testing and questioning as I had done
But
beforehand,
just trying out is good as well.
you got to refine.
This is the thing, the iteration. One of the things that you were pointing out in the crosses is that you had written a book. Rose, tell us, what's the name of your book?
It's in Dutch, De kunst van het nieuwe werken. But it's about the art of new ways of working, because this movement about new ways of working is not only happening in like the individual company digital nomad scene, but it's also in the corporate world. People are trying to find new ways to create companies that are inspirational, cool brands, but they still need all the people to work for the brand. So I help companies to reinvent their organization to become an inspirational brand and to get this co-working culture inside their company. And this book is a book with a lot of case studies on companies trying to find their way into the new world.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I want to get how the listeners and watchers and followers can get that book. Can you tell them the website where they can go, and what's your website?
Yeah, my website is thestyleoffice.today and newcompanycreations.nl, and you can buy the book through that website or through the website managementbook.nl.
Okay. And now, Gretchen, if I were an up-and-coming fashion designer who was like, you know what? Forget all this crap, I'm gonna start my own company, and I've got an innovative idea that's gonna change the world. How would you be? I saw your eyebrows jump. You're like,
I have 10 ideas.
interested in that one. How would I get a hold of you?
Yeah, I get so passionate about it. It's patterntoplan.com.
Oh my God, that's marketing right there. Pattern to plan.
Yes.
That is beautiful.
Thank you.
Goosebumps just saying it. Pattern to plan. Now, I'm going to ask you one question that's going to be a little bit strange, but if you could think of one thing that has helped you get through your most difficult moment when you wanted to quit, when you were just like, you know what? And the tears had already been streaming and you'd look and everything was just like going wrong. What was the thing that got you over that moment to the place where you are now? Because you must have had one of those moments, because it's never always easy. And you were not an overnight. Were you an overnight success? Were you an overnight success? No, right? Can you think of
Still
maybe
looking.
one? Still looking, right? Can you think of maybe one thing that when you have your hardest moments, when it's something that you may use to get you over and get you back to feeling really, oh yeah, I am what I say I am.
I know.
Tell me.
For me, it's meditation. I sought out meditation about 2 years ago, and I just sat down, went to a couple studios in Manhattan, and really found meditation. It was the entry point to find myself again. Yeah. So whenever, I try to meditate every day, but whenever, especially in those stressful days when you're crying or when you're trying to figure things out, I'm always like, I gotta sit down and I've gotta meditate.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I was also thinking about taking a couple of hours offline, because when you're online and you're there, you have so much information coming to you, and then when you're a little bit uncertain, maybe in some kind of moments, you can get even more uncertain. Looking at stories from other people. So get a couple of hours offline, be with yourself, and try to connect to your own thing again. And also, I was thinking about going in your mind back to the moments that you were happy and successful, and trying to get that energy,
And remember why you even got into it. Remember you were saying your why, which is a big thing.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, is there anything that you would like to say to your future listeners, future followers that would be hearing you for the first time, and you may have wanted to get a message out? Just to, if you're like, hey, this had 1 million hits, I'm so glad I said Would it be anything that you'd like to say? Think about that.
Well, I would say just, start doing things and get over your fear. It's so easy to say it, but if you start doing things, then the fear will melt away, because you don't have time to think about your fear or feel your fear, because you're in the action, and then you start creating just the first step of your success, and then you can continue to build your dream. So, and that's what I feel really at this conference, to get that inspiration here.
Gretchen.
I think to look at the thread of something that's taken you through your whole life, right? That passion that you had when you were 5 or when you were 13 or when you were 21. I actually have a notebook from when I was 20 years old that I still refer to. And it's a thread that I've carried through on my journey in the fashion world. And it's always about being a startup and being an entrepreneur, and just reflect back on yourself, like what's that one thread of an idea that has carried you through everything.
Wow. This has been absolutely amazing. For Ibiza Lifestyle TV, this is Cuter Rhino, the Dark Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Hem Hoodlum and Mickey Funk with Yes Wow, and I Am, the transformational card game that gives you tools to get on top of your game. All right.
I rule the mental trip. Vision. I rule the mental trip.
Said we are a lifestyle company. I love that.
Happiness is true when it comes into you.
I love to go to Ibiza.